nobody set out to destroy you. You destroyed yourselves in this country with your ludicrous, hypocritical behavior. Truth be told, what she just said is complete and utter garbage.
A woman you've never heard of just stepped onto the global stage with a claim that could crack the British crown like glass. I, not Meghan Markle, carried Archie and Lilibet, and I can prove it. Birth certificates, hospital logs, even palace silence now point to an answer nobody saw coming. Buckle up. This isn't a gossip segment. It's a possible constitutional earthquake. 48 hours ago, a 6-minute video hit Telegram, then rocketed to YouTube re-uploads. In it, a calm, middle-aged woman, face fully shown, name withheld, details a 2018 surrogacy contract, allegedly signed by Rachel Meghan Markle, a Toronto fertility clinic administrator, and the woman herself. On screen, she displays a redacted PDF of the agreement, a hospital ID bracelet dated May 6, 2019, wire transfer records totaling $450,000, split into 3 tranches. She never raises her voice. She never asks for money. She ends with a dare. If I'm lying, sue me. I'll hand my DNA to any court within hours. The clip spawns hashtags, it's surrogate truth and charge, royal lie, while tabloid channels mash together dramatic trailers. YouTube.com. But a claim is only dynamite if the fuse reaches something real. Next stop, Meghan's own timeline.
And then we've got the twerking video. So we're going to take a look at this together.
Back to back.
Back to back.
I mean, if they're looking at that and think this is clever,
yeah.
I mean, are they stupid or what?
Well, I think
Because
they
I just think.
Yeah, what has he done with this Netflix series? He's used his mother to sell it. Could there be a more grotesque exploitation or a more hypocritical one?
The Sussex pregnancy narrative begins on the sun-drenched steps of Sydney's Admiralty House, October 15, 2018. Kensington Palace announces Meghan is 12 weeks along. Observers cheer, then scratch their heads. Sudden reveal. Senior palace aides later leak. They learned only hours before the press. Shape-shifting bump chatter. Paparazzi photos show a noticeably flatter stomach during the Tonga leg of the same tour. Baby shower optics. February 2019, a Manhattan penthouse party with Amal Clooney and Serena Williams. Bump appears, textbook round. Then less defined the next day at JFK. When Archie finally arrives, the palace waits 11 days to file the Portland hospital certificate, an anomaly for royals whose births are usually registered within 24 to 48 hours. No Lindo wing photos, no doctor statement, just a tightly scripted Windsor Hall appearance, where Meghan walks in heels, waist cinched, 48 hours postpartum. Fast forward to Lilibet in June 2021, birth announced 2 days late, location given as Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital. Again, 0 hospital imagery, 0 medical quotes, instant return home. COVID restrictions partly explain the blackout, yet even frontline pandemic mothers usually snap a hallway selfie.
Okay. For those of you who are listening, that was the cartoon Meghan and Harry holding their placards, their protesting signs saying, "We want privacy, we want privacy," okay?
So far, we have absence, not evidence. The surrogate says she can plug that gap. In follow-up leaks, the surrogate's camp releases 4 blurred maternity suite photos. Metadata, checked by independent IT analyst Ben Kavanaugh, does show Santa Barbara cottage timestamps, but the faces are pixelated. The Economic Times splashes a headline, "Explosive claims could upend succession." Skeptics fire back. Social psychologist Professor Sander van der Linden calls it classic high-profile conspiracy contagion and reminds viewers that forged medical PDFs circulate by the thousands every year.
It's one long rendition of all their greatest whinges and a load of self-congratulatory nonsense. Harry and Meghan sold their royal souls to become reality TV stars.
Meghan Markle in allegedly a labor and delivery room with her loser of a husband, pregnant and twerking to allegedly induce labor. I saw this and I sent an emergency 911 text to Kinsey.
Reputable fact-checkers flag the contract screenshot for inconsistent font kerning. Yet one thing fuels the flames. Buckingham Palace, Archewell, and the Sussex lawyers say nothing. No denial, no threatened lawsuit, just the sound of centuries-old oak doors staying shut. Inside those doors, however, sources say nerves are fraying. According to royal correspondent Camilla Beresford, aides describe controlled panic. King Charles reportedly demanded a written brief within the hour the video blew up, but public comms teams remain muzzled. William is incandescent, seeing a direct hit on the line of succession. Princess Anne allegedly snorts, "Produce the midwife," and the farce. Queen Camilla, seasoned in scandal, urges waiting for forensic proof.
Because it just looks like it's in such poor taste, and yet she thinks that she's a princess and has the right almost to be HRH, although officially
their latest Let's Have Our Privacy Exhibit A would appear to be a rather interesting video, which I'm going to show you now. This is Harry and Meghan dancing in a maternity ward.
Why radio silence? Palace veterans whisper 2 reasons. 1, legal boomerang. Issue a denial. Evidence later surfaces. Monarchy looks complicit. 2, let tabloids self-implode. The rumor might burn out faster than an official statement travels. But each passing day shifts the optics from restraint to inferred guilt. And optics are the least of their worries. Lawyers are circling. Fraud by misrepresentation is the first legal minefield. If Meghan and Harry built TV deals, Spotify projects, or Netflix series around the narrative that she personally carried Archie and Lilibet, media companies could sue to recover the money they paid for a story that was never true. A second danger lies in the UK's birth registration rules. Falsifying a birth certificate is a criminal offence, so any proven fabrication could trigger a Scotland Yard inquiry, fines, or even prosecution. Then there is the question of peerage and succession. Royal titles depend on children being born of the body, so credible evidence of surrogacy might freeze Archie and Lilibet's potential HRH status until DNA tests settle the matter.
Who is guiding this man from this vicious woman? Because she is vicious. You know, it's all about her. She'll do whatever she can to get what she wants. And Harry, you know, whatever.
Finally, citizenship could enter the spotlight. Both children's dual UK-US nationality rests on valid birth data. And although revoking citizenship is highly improbable, legal challenges are at least theoretically possible if the documents on which their status rests are shown to be false. If Meghan knowingly misrepresented a surrogate birth as her own, potential legal minefields emerge. MPs on the Public Administration Committee are already asking researchers to brief them on surrogacy precedents in royal lines. TheRoyalObserver.com. Meanwhile, U.S. lawyers note California allows intended parents on certificates if a pre-birth court order exists. Was one filed? No public docket yet. Hospital administrators in Santa Barbara refuse comment. 2 resigned weeks after Lilibet's birth. Motive now looms large. Why would anyone take such a risk? First and foremost, for image control. Carrying a baby on tour cements the fairy tale narrative. Surrogacy admission might have triggered racist tabloid firestorms or claims Meghan couldn't measure up to royal tradition. Next, there is brand equity. Modern Mom sells speaking fees, docuseries arcs, philanthropic tie-ins. A surrogate could dilute authenticity. Then there is institutional fear. Royal backrooms possibly warned that public surrogacy would muddy succession. Better to look traditional. So, what would be the surrogate's motive? Critics argue she's angling for a payout or revenge after NDA cash dried up. However, she offered DNA testing on day 1, a move grifters rarely risk. Psychologists remind us that extreme public pressure can push even well-meaning people into tangled deceptions.
Well, it was a Channel 5 investigation as to the state of the Sussex's finances. Now, we know they didn't move to a 2-bedroom cottage somewhere in the middle of nowhere. They're living in quite a large mansion in Montecito.
Whether that applies here remains to be proven or shattered in court. But courts move slowly. The internet does not. TikTok's moon bump compilations rack up 70 million views in 72 hours, while Reddit's AER Royals Watching adds 30,000 new members demanding DNA transparency. A Snap YouGov poll shows trust in the Sussex narrative sliding from 32% to 19% among UK respondents. Paradoxically, trust in Buckingham Palace also drops 5 points for stonewalling. Mainstream outlets like The Guardian warn of conspiracy rabbit holes, yet still cover each leak because silence from principals keeps the story alive. So where can this realistically go next? 3 pathways. Looking ahead, the scandal splinters into 3 plausible trajectories. In the most favorable outcome for Meghan and Harry, The Sussex legal team would furnish airtight proof, certified hospital footage, sworn affidavits from attending physicians, perhaps even independent DNA results, showing that Meghan truly carried Archie and Lilibet. That kind of forensic exoneration would vaporize the surrogate story, unleash a wave of defamation suits against outlets that ran with it, and likely force tabloids to settle or retract under threat of ruinous damages. A second, far murkier path is the gray zone stalemate in which documents remain disputed. No court-sanctioned DNA testing materializes, and each side doubles down on its narrative. In that limbo, public opinion would harden along existing loyalties. Team Sussex versus show us the receipts. While the monarchy ekes through yet another unresolved crisis that erodes trust but never quite detonates. The most explosive scenario, however, is one in which verifiable evidence, whether court-ordered DNA tests or leaked hospital logs, substantiates the surrogate's claim. If that happens, parliamentary committees would almost certainly demand a constitutional review. Archie and Lilibet's potential HRH status could be frozen pending lineage clarification, and entertainment contracts built on Meghan's motherhood arc might activate clawback clauses. In short, King Charles would face the gravest legitimacy crisis of his short reign, while the royal brand, already dented by years of controversy, would confront a meltdown unprecedented in modern memory. If the surrogate's story is smoke, one DNA swab could blow it away. If it's fire, the blaze may scorch a 1,000-year institution. For now, the palace stays silent, the surrogate stays defiant, and the world waits. What do you think? Drop a comment, hit like, and smash that notification bell, because the next document dump could land any day, and we'll be here to break it down in real time.